Morning panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
It's Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning, August the 26th. And I'm Joe Callahan. Thanks for joining us this morning. Ed Carew has decided to join us. Hi, Ed. Well, he had to make a decision this morning. And he did. He made the right decision. And here he is. Hi, Ed.
And here I am. Yes.
Thanks.
Stuck with me for an hour.
All right. Well, I'm happy about that. And Linda Tebow has also decided to join us. Hi, Linda.
Yes, I did decide. Good morning, everyone.
We missed you last week, Linda.
We had nothing else better to do.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
On a Tuesday morning.
Well, we missed this, you know.
All right. Our first segment sponsor, Coffee and, is the Carew Investment Group of Cumberland, Rhode Island. What's going on, Ed?
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. The Carew Investment Group, 765-8880 is our phone number, and we have some simple advice about investing. Well, the truth is, there is no simple advice about investing. The old days of financial uptrends and downtrends lasting for days, weeks, and months are long gone. Sometimes trends last for only part of a day before changing direction. And investing is not an activity for those who can't take the time to study each twist and turn for the opportunity that it truly presents. Since 1987, I've seen them all, and we'll invest for you the same way we invest for ourselves, carefully, very carefully, and it won't cost you a nickel to talk about it with us. So give us a call at 765-8880. Our office is conveniently located at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Suite 3 is on the second floor.
Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
But there's only 2 floors, right?
Yes.
So you can't get up to the third floor. There isn't
You
one.
could go on the roof.
Where are you guys? You're not up here. All right. The powers that be, Ed, all got together in Jackson Hole, Wyoming last week.
Yes.
They all had pizza and probably some bison. It's very delicious out that
yeah.
way. And they decided, well, maybe we'll cut the interest rate in September. Maybe. We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Is that basically what came out of that whole get-together?
Yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll kick it around, see how things are, and like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it right then, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Right? People on Wall Street have been wanting an interest rate cut for the last 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
But the numbers, in my opinion, don't show that you need an interest rate cut.
Okay.
Because unemployment is moving up a little bit. It's like 4.2% or 4.3%.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not bad. I mean,
No.
that's still considered full employment.
Mm-hmm.
So if it went from the upper threes, 3.9 and 4, to 4.2 or 4.3, that's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
The economy is slowing, but profits have been coming out. We're in earnings season. Profits have been coming out, and most of them are very good. And most companies are saying that unless something happens with tariffs, slowing the economy because of price hikes,
Yeah.
that they're projecting things to be pretty good for the next quarter. So I don't see a reason. If there are price hikes, you probably don't want to be lowering interest rates when you've got inflation coming up.
Yeah. Okay.
When you get inflation, you want to raise interest rates to slow it down.
Right, that's why they raised them to begin with.
Yeah, that's why they raised it when Joe Biden was president.
When they did, yeah.
So,
yeah.
So right now it stands at 82% chance that there will be a 25 basis cut on the interest rates at the September meeting.
And when will that be?
I believe it's around the 19th or so.
Okay. That in Washington, or are they going to go someplace exotic again?
No.
Not that Jackson Hole's exotic, but
Yeah.
No. It'll be
in Washington.
In Washington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see where that goes. So I had Ed do a little research for us before it started. I said, we'd like to hit Ed with questions, but this one I know he'd have to look stuff up, and maybe you follow this too, Linda. The whole foolishness with Cracker Barrel. And they're changing their logo, and people are up in arms. And
No, I guess I missed that.
well, Cracker Barrel
That's
decided.
how important Cracker Barrel is.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, they decided to change their logo.
Yeah.
And we had the story yesterday, and this is how you gotta is the media telling you the truth? And I said, oh my gosh, Cracker Barrel stock tanked last week because of the logo change, and they were hoping for the big comeback yesterday. It tanked on Friday, I should say. So the big comeback yesterday, Thursday. Okay. So Ed did a little research, and it didn't really tank.
Well, it's a 7% drop in one day
Okay.
qualifies as tanking.
As does it to tank? Okay. And did it come back?
No.
No. Okay. So it's
still in the tank.
it's still in the tank. Oh, okay. So, but
They need to refuel.
they made it sound like the sky was falling, and but their stock is still it's at 50 something, right? So it's still decent enough.
And why did they want to change?
The new CEO, I think, and well, let's change it up a little. So
You know what? Can I confess? I don't know what their logo is, so I wouldn't know if they changed it or not.
I think if you saw it, you'd go, "Oh yeah." It's one of
okay.
those. It's one of those logos. Ed's
There you go.
showing it
There's
to her now.
the-
There's the old and the
old
new
one is
one.
on the left, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
new
So you
one
got
is
the
on
right. Man on the rocking chair.
Yeah.
Is going away, and so
Okay.
they really just cleaned it up and made their name more
Their
pronounced.
name more pronounced.
And made
yeah.
made it bigger.
Yeah.
So there you go. And people would just, oh, you can't do this, and you can't. Sure, we can.
Sure they can.
You know, I thought about, the Boston Bruins change their logo almost
They
every
did.
year.
Yeah, they
The
yeah.
B just changes
Yeah,
slightly.
they changed the B a little bit. Yeah.
I'm not going to stop
Yeah.
being a fan of the Bruins because
Yeah.
they've changed their
Yeah.
logo. So, but people are
Well,
funny.
Yeah. It says here. I read
Okay.
more about it a little bit
Okay.
since then, and it says here, shares of the restaurant
Shares.
closed
Okay.
down. Many social media users have criticized the new logo, especially those in conservative circles. The president's son, Donald Trump Jr., amplified a post on Wednesday suggesting that the logo change was led by CEO Julie Fells Massino
Okay.
to erase the American tradition aspect of the branding and make it more general as a way of leaning into diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. So they're turning it into a
I was
woke,
thinking-
anti-woke,
Yeah, thing.
right? And so there you go.
There you go.
This is one of those deals where politics should just stay out of it.
Yeah.
Stay out of what business wants
Yeah.
to do,
And
let the
yeah.
chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But that.
Yeah, but is the reason that she changed the logo because of her beliefs in
Well, I don't know.
diversity and all
Yeah.
that other
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Probably.
You know?
But the thing
I
is,
don't know.
I think CEOs need to pay attention. People don't like change.
Right,
For whatever
true.
reason,
Yeah.
they don't like change, and for something, and I know they've been around a long time. I
Mm-hmm.
get it, even though I didn't know what their logo looked like, so it didn't matter to me. But I
Well,
know the name.
Yeah,
and-
All right.
you don't
but-
see a lot of them around here. They're bigger
yeah,
down south.
Yeah.
We'll
And,
go on in Rentham. It's rather close.
yeah.
And there is one, I think, in Warwick.
Yeah.
I know there's another one. But anyway,
People.
and CEOs, especially if they're new, and I don't know if she says that she's new, they like to put their stamp on the
Yeah.
brand, and I'm showing you I'm the boss and I can make this change.
Yeah, and they can, and usually CEOs like that don't last long. Because, you don't want somebody to, get the lay of the land first and pay attention.
Yeah.
See
So,
what's going on before you make sweeping changes
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like a logo.
all right.
Seems
well,
to me that the she started in March. It said. It
Okay,
seems to me.
she waited 6 months, and now okay,
Yeah.
let's make a splash.
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of.
make the splash with your internal operations if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why change something that's been around for a very, very long
Long
time,
time.
probably
I don't
since the
know.
beginning
Yeah.
of the company?
Well, the company probably started with that logo.
Yeah,
And,
and it's a logo
Yeah.
that's known and loved by all these companies.
Yeah.
I really don't care one way or the other.
I don't. I don't.
I'm
either.
just saying, it's like some things that CEOs change that, don't you have something better to do?
Yeah. Why?
Just
don't-
like some presidents have to put something on their on their social media at 2:00 in the morning, which, like, if he hadn't done that,
Yeah.
wouldn't have affected anybody
Right.
except the person that he picked on.
Mm.
Yeah.
If it's not broke, why are we fixing
Why
it?
are we fixing
Yeah.
it?
Well,
Changing it. Yeah.
I think an internal operation of Cracker Barrel would be more important than changing the freaking sign.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, like I mentioned yesterday, I don't know how often you guys eat at Cracker Barrel. Not that I go there a lot.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed at Cracker Barrel if you go there for like dinner, I find their portions pretty small. However, if you go there for breakfast, and you can have breakfast at dinner time, the portions are huge. So if you want more food, order breakfast at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Don't order the fried chicken. That's just my observation that I've made there. I'm like, because I ordered like a meatloaf thing, and I'm like, that's it.
Where's the meat?
That's all I'm getting.
Where's the beef?
It was weird. It was a where's the beef moment. All right, moving away from Cracker Barrel now.
Okay.
Here in the city, Woonsocket.
Thank you.
I think school starts today, in some places in Woonsocket.
In Woonsocket
Yeah.
today? Yeah.
Let's close the pedestrian bridge that connects Cumberland Street
Yes,
and
I saw that. Yeah.
and the Hamlet Middle School.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, there's a reason to do it.
Yeah.
They say it's a safety thing.
Right.
And okay, you don't want kids on the bridge, especially if it breaks,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But the timing could not have been worse with this announcement.
Exactly. But that bridge has been a long time. I remember going over that bridge from St. Clair over to the hospital when I was working there as a nurse's aide. So, and
it's still used to
and
this
I'm
day.
not 21, you know.
And it's still used by
Yeah.
thousands of kids.
Yes.
Every
Yeah,
day. And now,
Yeah.
now you got to go,
Around.
depending on where you're coming from, now you got to go down to Hamlin Avenue and up Hamlin Avenue,
Yeah.
which puts them in more danger, by the way, if they don't stay on the sidewalk, kind of
Well,
thing.
yes. Yeah.
And like, so you're gonna have a lot more kids walking on the Cumberland
Yeah.
Street and on Hamlin Avenue.
Yeah.
And then I heard yesterday, well, what's gonna stop the kids from just climbing over the fence and walking on the bridge anyway? Unless you put a cop there
They're gonna have
on
to-
both sides,
They're going to have somebody.
because
Yeah.
especially that age group,
Yeah.
no one's gonna tell me what to do. and especially the boys,
The boys,
especially the boys.
boys will be boys.
They're gonna throw their backpacks over,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna.
Yeah.
No one's looking. I'm climbing the fence.
Yeah.
I don't want to do because is it gonna be an extra 10-minute walk? Sure is.
They'll get extra steps. That's good.
Kids
for
kids
them.
don't kids don't
No,
care
I-
about
they
extra
don't
steps.
care. They don't care about extra steps. Do they?
But no. So I don't know. Do we need to put a cop there? Do we need to put assistant principal there to make sure they don't climb over the fence every day?
Well,
Because there's no time limit on when there's no timetable on when this is going to be
yeah,
fixed.
Yeah. Well, there's
We're
been
just closing it.
so much attention paid to the bridges now because
Oh yeah.
you don't want something to happen, and wish you had stopped people from going
Well,
over.
that's
and
right.
fixing it.
Because
You've
if
gotta-
something does happen, now you got lawsuits and things like
well,
that.
yeah. And
But
people-
you know what we were talking about, Ed? It
Yes,
used to
I
be
do.
up from where your office used to be.
Yeah.
So they just said the bridge is in need of significant repairs.
Yeah.
That's the timing is a
It's-
little
it-
bit
the-
suspect.
Right.
Yeah.
The timing stinks.
Um,
right.
Right.
No official timeline for the completion of the repairs. They're working diligently. The Department of Public Works working diligently to assess the necessary scope of work and to develop a plan for a permanent repair solution. And updates will be provided to the public as soon as more information becomes available. And they keep talking about you hear from the feds all the time that they're cutting money, and they wonder if they're going to have enough money to finish the Washington Bridge. By the way, down
Yes,
in East
yes,
Providence.
yeah.
So far, everything's still
Yeah.
okay. But where's the money going to come from to fix this one?
Well, I'm sure money's an issue there.
Yeah, and I bet it's not going to be $10 to fix it.
And I don't think, the big money, they're looking at the big bridges, not a,
Not a footbridge.
Not a
yeah.
footbridge,
Let's look at
right,
that
yeah.
carry cars and trucks. That's got the priority. not
I would think so,
Not this
yeah.
one that people walk over. So, on the grand scheme of things, we're right at the bottom.
Yeah.
The Kendrick footbridge goes right to the bottom, and we'll get to it years from now.
yeah.
That's just my opinion. Unless it's a small fix, but I don't. When you hear words like significant, it's not a small fix. Something's up.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got to take a break here on the Coffee and program. Comments and questions can be called in 766-1240. We do have a note to get to. We will when we come back. But Ed, time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Are
So
you
buy Cracker Barrel. Is that the?
Excuse me?
Just kidding. Buy Cracker Barrel.
I don't give buy or sell recommendations on the air.
Oh, he's such a smart man.
I know.
Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group, 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. Comments and questions, once again, can be called in 766-1240. More Coffee Hands coming up. Stay tuned.
OM 1240.
As drivers, we encounter motorcycles on the road every day, and motorcycle safety is a two-way street. So give motorcycles extra space when stopping and starting. Check your mirrors and blind spots. Share the road, but never try and share a lane. Every rider could be a father, a son or a brother, a mother, a daughter or a sister, or the whole world to someone very special. Brought to you by the Rhode Island Police Chiefs Association and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores. All right, it is Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. Note called in. The name of the bridge, by the way, the footbridge, is the Kendrick Street Bridge. We have it as Kendrick Ave, Kendrick Road, Kendrick Street. We all know what we're talking about, right? The one that connects the middle schools to Cumberland Street.
I know the bridge. I wasn't even sure. I don't think I knew the name.
Oh, it's the Kendrick Bridge.
I just knew that bridge.
Footbridge.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, it's not. It's you know, I love a good conspiracy theory.
Yes, you
And
do.
it's not often I'm right on these, but I'm going to take credit on this one. All right, it was a few weeks back that RIPTA came out and said, "Oh, we're gonna have to have layoffs, and we're gonna have to cut service."
Yeah.
And it came down to almost like the 11th hour, and then all of a sudden, okay, hold on,
Because we can help you.
we're pulling back just a
Yeah.
bit because we're gonna look at it again.
Yeah.
And the reason I said, you know what they're doing? This is what I thought at the time. They're gonna come back and say, okay, we're not cutting service, but we're going to raise the fare.
Yeah.
Well, look at this.
Yeah.
RIPTA has decided that we're not going to no layoffs. We're not cutting service, but we're going to raise the fares, which is what. There's my conspiracy theory. That's what they wanted in the
That's what they
first
wanted.
place.
And they also wanted a little bit more help from the state, too.
Well, okay.
Yeah, and they're getting that, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they announced a budget framework to close the transit agency's operating deficit without layoffs or service cuts. The joint proposal charts a responsible path to stabilize RIPTA's finances while protecting core service for those who count on the transit every day. McKee also says the reform addresses the multi-year deficit without relying on future wide-ranging tax increases for Rhode Islanders, but the fares will go up, which is what they wanted in the first place. And if we say, oh, if we're going to cut service, there'll be a public outcry, and there was around the state. Oh, my God, you can't cut services. This is awful. Well, okay, you want to pay more? Well, if you're not going to cut services, okay, we'll pay more. Okay, fine. And so now they got exactly what they wanted.
Yeah.
I like when I'm right. Sometimes.
Joe is clairvoyant.
I'm not always right on these things, but I like, you know what? RIPTA wants to raise their prices, and this is how they're going to do it, and everybody's going to be okay with it because there'll be no public outcry.
Yeah.
on the
Please
raising
raise
of the
the
price.
price.
Please raise the price. That's right. Please raise the prices on us.
Anything, don't cut service.
That's right. Now, what will the prices? New prices? I don't know. That hasn't been announced yet, so that'll come later. So, congratulations, you got what you wanted. All right, another note, Colin. Okay, completely different subject, and we all see this every day. I see it. You guys see it. Kids are glued to their devices today, and we're talking as nearly as 12 years old. I would say younger.
Younger.
I would go 8, maybe. So, high-level elementary schools, kids have phones. Personal communications with others their age and teenagers as well are almost nil, not to mention their parents and the older generation. This is no good as to the development of their young minds. No, I agree. I agree with that. It's nauseating. Okay. Yes, it's up to the so-called older people to open necessary personal relations to these youngsters. Put your foot down, moms and dads, and make the rules. It's imperative. It's tough. The kids will they'll copy what their parents are doing.
Yeah, they will.
And if you sit down at the dinner table and your mom and dad are on their phone, guess what the kids are going to do?
Exactly.
This is what you do.
But when you were talking about the ages,
Yeah.
I mean, you see toddlers, and the
Oh,
parents are
you're
giving them the
the
phone
phone.
so that they could
Because they can play.
on
They can play a game.
They can play a game, or they could look at the funny things or
Yeah.
whatever. I've seen it. I've seen
it too.
But, I mean, they can barely walk and talk, but they're there, so they get used to it at a very young age.
And they don't even have to be told where to go
No,
to
and-
pull up a cartoon that they
Right,
can watch.
Exactly.
They already know how to do
They
it.
know how to do it, and you.
It's actually fascinating to see.
Well, the first time I saw it, I thought it was kind of cute because there's this little munchkin, and
Oh, yeah.
and she's just doing this,
Strolling
and I'm like,
along. Yeah.
you can't write your name, but look at you. You know how to make that work, and
It's
so they
second
get
nature.
exposed to it very young.
Yeah.
And you do see people. You see them out at restaurants, and mom and dad are on there
On the phone at the restaurant?
And I'm like, well, you could have stayed home. Like, you know.
The problem, not that it's a problem, but a situation. Maybe you've seen this, Ed, too, where restaurants, you're not handed a menu anymore. You're handed a QR code.
Yes, yes.
So you have to get your phone out
Yes, you do.
to pull up
Yeah,
the menu
yeah.
to see what they're offering.
Yeah.
So, Stone Forge, right? Did they do that?
No, I don't. No, I don't recall.
No. Okay. So they actually hand you.
They hand you a menu.
Here's an actual
Yeah.
menu.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of the places I go, they still hand you a menu. But I remember going to one, and the young waitress, server, they called them. not waitress,
You can't say
service,
waitress. That's bad.
service.
Politically
Be
incorrect.
A boy or a girl, service. And she pointed to the QR code. I said, I want a menu.
And did they have one?
And she brought a menu
Oh, well, okay.
over.
Gee, I was worried if they'll say, well, we don't have
And I
any.
said to her, I'm old, I want a menu.
I'm glad they
I
were
have
able
one
to
of
do
those
that.
phones that could work that, and I know how, but I want a menu.
But getting back, yeah, I've seen with the young people, they'll be in a group circle, but they're all on their phones, but they're talking to each other in the circle,
Yes.
but not out loud.
No, here.
On the phone.
Yeah.
But then what's even funnier is ask them to make a phone call and they don't want to do it.
Right, yeah.
One, I don't think, maybe they don't know how. But the only time I've noticed this, the only time my daughter talks on the phone is if I call her. She'll see, okay, Dad's
Yeah,
calling.
yeah.
He's not texting. He must want to talk about something.
Yeah,
so
something's
she will
important.
answer the phone
Yeah.
for me. But for anybody else, no. The phone is there. I don't even know why we call it a phone anymore. We should go back to Star Trek. It's a communicator.
Communicator.
That's
The
just that we should just call it that. But anyway,
That's right.
she uses it to for DoorDash. 'Cause she's a DoorDash person. There's no talking to anybody on that. You just I don't know. You go to wherever you want. And now this was funny. Because she did order DoorDash from it was a local restaurant in Mansfield to come to our house. But now you can follow the DoorDash person from the time they pick up the food, and you can see the route they're taking to get to your house. And so the restaurant is in town. We're in town. She's following it. The person got lost. She goes, I don't know. She's watching the phone. She goes, I don't know where the driver's going. And it went somewhere and then circled back to the restaurant to start over.
You only knew one way.
I'm like,
She-
I don't,
yeah.
did she get? I said, "You sure you put in the right address?" And oh yeah, and okay, she started again, and all right, now she's on the right. She's on the right path. I said, "Is the food gonna get here warm?" It did, but and she apologized for being late. But I don't know. It's only because I think it's because she looked at the address really quick, and got mixed up because I'm on my road is South Main Street. If there's a South Main Street, there's a North Main Street, just like here in Woonsocket. And now she's off on North Main Street trying to find.
Selfie.
Well, she's trying to find the number on North Main, and I don't think there is one.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just like, all right, I'm gonna go back and start over, and get the right address. So-
Amazon does that too.
They do?
Yeah, if you order something from Amazon
Yeah.
and you go on there to see, they send you a text saying or
It's on its
an
way?
email saying that it has shipped.
Yeah.
You go on there, you click on the website,
Mm-hmm.
and it will tell you you're gonna get your delivery between 1 and 4.
Okay.
Right. So if you go on there at 2:00, it'll show you are the 7th stop.
Oh, where you are? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and it shows the little truck
Clever.
moving.
But back to the person that sent in the note, I think you might see a difference this year. Schools are really cracking down
Yes.
of collecting the phones
yeah.
during. You don't have them for class. Pick them up after class. And when people started when schools started doing this last year on an experiment, kids started talking to each other in the classroom again. It's just
Kel Surprise.
I know it's a real shock. So maybe as this school year goes along, kids will be more inclined to actually talk to each other, just the way it used to be. So we'll see, and hopefully it works out that way. The whole thing with the QR codes, by the way, for restaurants started right after COVID.
COVID. Yeah.
And they said,
Right,
come
yeah.
on
Yeah,
back
because
in.
you don't want to have to touch.
Don't wanna touch the menu, so let's
Yeah, no, I get that.
pull it up.
Yeah, I get it.
But I was,
But it's over.
I know it's over. But I've been out with my wife. She'll forget her phone at home, so now I have to pull up the menu
Yeah.
and show it to her.
Yeah.
Okay, take a scroll through to see what you
Yeah.
like. Then okay, give it back to me, and we'll get back like that because we're trying to stay hip. This is the way we got to do it.
Well,
That and the paying at the table. Yeah, have you been in a restaurant like that where you don't pay the server anymore?
no.
Or you don't pay up front, you pay on a machine
Oh yeah, no.
at the table.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't use cash for this.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
No? You seen that, Ed?
No.
They we're going to go with a couple of chains here. I think the Olive Garden does this, and I think Red Robin does this.
Really?
Yeah. And they even say, the server will come by and they'll say, okay, you ready to pay? And they'll ask, cash or card. And when you say card, they say, okay, it's the machine. And so just follow they might start it, okay, follow the instructions. And then, you pull up, okay, this is, I don't know how they know it's mine, but okay, they got it right. And then they want the tip. And then you ask for, and then it'll ask you right at the table, do you want a printed receipt? And if you say yes, prints out off top. Here you go. Here's your receipt. And then you rip it off and you just get up and leave. Feels weird because you're not actually handing money or a credit card to sign or anything like that. You just, okay. And you just get up and go. And then it shows up on your statement at the end of the month.
Have you been to a restaurant where they told you exactly what the tip should be?
Where the server told you?
No. When you get
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times it lists at 10% is
15,
this much,
20,
15 is
25,
this much,
yes.
This is exactly how much. Yeah.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
And once ago, we'll go back to my daughter. The first time she started going out to dinner just with her friends, the very first time, I got a phone call because they didn't do that on the check.
Oh, so she didn't know.
She's
How much
calling
do I
me.
leave?
How much, Dad? How much do I leave for a tip?
Great.
She had to call me because none of them knew. So they had to be all. They were probably 16, maybe 17.
Yeah.
None of them knew.
So that's why.
So that's why it's
That's why
on
they
there
put it
now.
on there for-
Yeah,
Yeah.
because now that she
Yeah.
goes, they don't have to figure out the tip anymore because
No, it
it's
tells you
it's
exactly
printed
what it
there
is.
for
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah,
pick
it's
one
like-
that you like. But
Yeah.
the first time was
Yeah.
funny. Okay, well, what's the amount? And okay, so I had to do the tip for her. over the phone.
Over the,
At least I didn't have to use my money. So
no,
that
they
part,
tell you exactly.
that part was good.
Exactly how much it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right. So your choice.
Wow.
All right, break time here again on Coffee and More coming your way. It's time for the forecast. It's going to be a beautiful day today, and the forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Sunny skies today with a high of 77 degrees and a breeze from the west. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 51. Wednesday's weather, mostly sunny and a high of 75. Thursday, mostly sunny, 77. Friday looks like there could be some showers and thunderstorms. Partial sunshine with a high of 75. Then the Labor Day weekend, Saturday mostly sunny and 72. Sunday mostly sunny and 75. And Labor Day itself, mostly sunny skies, high of 76 degrees.
Outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, bright sunny skies and 60 degrees. Thousands of kids in poverty have waited over a year for a sponsor. End their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Text radio to 83393.
Picture this. You're driving, glancing at a text. Just 3 seconds. That's all it takes to miss the car braking ahead of you. Distracted driving kills over 3,000 people every year. A text, a call, a quick scroll. It can wait. Your life and others can't. Put the phone down. Eyes on the road. Arrive alive. This timely message brought to you by Zamarelli Law of Pawtucket. Follow them on Facebook.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
Blackstone Valley's ON Radio.
All right. The question on the coffee table is Cursive making a comeback?
I heard it was.
Well, I would hope so, because
Yeah.
basically it was me that taught my son was taught it in school, but my daughter was not taught it in school, and I'm showing her how to sign for things. Like, she still writes checks. Only one. She has a car payment, and so she has to mail a check in.
Yeah.
Well, you got to know how to sign your name
Yeah.
to the check. And when I'm like, I didn't think anyone had worse handwriting than me until I saw my daughter's. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awful. But she has figured it out.
I had
so.
heard they were. It was.
It would be
coming
nice to
back.
make it a
It
comeback.
was coming back.
I don't know. I don't know why it stopped. I know everything's
Well, because they
computerized.
thought it
And,
was. Yeah, but I think they thought it was not necessary to.
but it is necessary.
Well,
you
it
have
is.
to. You have to sign. Know how to sign your name. Banks require it.
Yeah.
Every time I want Ed to send me money for payouts and things like that from the stocks and stuff, Joe, sign this. Okay, sign your name.
Yeah.
And what's worse is now, okay, back to CVS, and because I get my prescriptions at CVS, and I like what they've done. You walk up to the counter, and if no one's there, you just they ask, okay, you hit the little button that says put in your first name, put in your last name, put in your birthday, and then it searches, and then it comes up, and here are the prescriptions we have for you ready. Look, does everything look right? Oh, and here's what they cost too, what I'm gonna have to pay out. And if it looks right, you hit continue, and then someone comes over, they look at their little screen, and they go get the prescription. It's actually very more efficient, I think, but when they bring it back over, they do their little scan, but now you got to sign, and now you got to sign with your finger, and your finger signature. Did I say that right? Your finger signature looks nothing like your signature when you sign with a pen.
No, it doesn't.
It's nowhere near it.
Not even close.
But
Yeah.
they just accept it.
Yeah.
Okay, back to my daughter. I think she just puts a line. She doesn't even try. Yeah, and then hits okay, and they take it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, someone signed for it. That's all we really care about. So.
Doesn't matter if it's you.
Although they asked the
Do
last.
they ask those
They asked the
kind of-
last time, and I
yeah.
think that's a question on the screen.
Yeah.
Are you picking this up for you? You picking this up for somebody else?
Yeah.
Well, I was picking it up for me, but then they asked me. They reiterated the question: "Is this for you?" Well, yes. Okay. I'll have to see if I have to pick up something for my wife or my daughter next time
Yeah,
and see
no,
and see what
I
happens.
like coming here so much that I'm picking up for the whole neighborhood.
Yeah. And I'm selling it. too. No, I like to talk to a person when I go to the pharmacy.
Well, they do. They talk to you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They come over to you. What I have found odd, I never see the same person twice at the pharmacy,
Pharmacy.
except for the pharmacist.
Well, yeah.
Those people I see
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
But the people that come and help you, I think they just rotate around.
Yeah.
They must work at 3 or 4 different CVSs because I rarely see the same person twice. It's
Yeah.
odd. So, but anyway, all right. Moving along, things going on here in Rhode Island, down in Cranston. A Cranston man faces felony charges. He allegedly attacked a woman and her child with a hammer.
I
No good.
that.
You know,
I heard that.
We got to outlaw hammers, Ed.
Yeah.
You know, we're outlawing guns,
Yeah.
and knives are critical too.
Yeah.
Sticks and rocks are still okay,
Yeah.
but a hammer.
Yeah.
Wow. Rashad Talley was arrested shortly after the Saturday incident on Dyer Avenue in Cranston. Police say they recovered hammers, more than one. They recovered hammers and knives from his apartment. From the apartment, not from the attack. The woman and the child who were assaulted suffered injuries to the head and face and were taken to hospitals for treatment. Police say the incident remains under investigation, so there's no reason why, just yet, or why they were attacked
There was
with a
something
hammer.
that they was. I heard that on the news, and I said something about a mental.
Issue with the attacker?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. So nothing new, nothing on that just yet. Nothing on the fire that took place on Park Avenue
Yes.
over the weekend.
A big
Just
fire.
from what I've read, people that live there, just and this is all on social media that they're posting, just saying that their propane tank spontaneously combusted, just poof. Okay. I don't know how. I guess the state fire marshal will look into that.
Yeah.
But it was on the second floor, the third floor, on the back porch, and it exploded, and it caught the house on fire. 10 people displaced, 8 adults and 2 kids. They said they lost 3 cats.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is when the police and the fire went in after the fire was out to look for cat bodies, they didn't find any.
Oh.
It's like, So it's like, well, they probably ran away.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and they found another place to hunker
They
down,
were able
or
to get out.
they've gotten
Yeah.
attacked by other animals, which
Yeah,
is also
that's
another
true, yeah.
possibility.
The thing is, if it was on the people, I still see people with their grills and
The propane,
propane
ones,
tank
yeah,
on decks attached to the house.
yeah.
Never a good idea.
No.
Never a good idea. I think I remember firefighters not attached to the house.
But devil's advocate now. But if you live on the second floor,
You go downstairs and
they won't do it. That's
Step-
way too
step
inconvenient.
aerobics.
Linda,
Go downstairs
that's
and
way
go
too
outside.
that's way too inconvenient. And they might even say, well, there's no room for me down there. There's the person living down there. They're taking up room with their gas grill, and there's no room for mine. So,
Yeah.
not that it has to, but I have to put it
I
upstairs.
think the thing is, it's a hazard.
Well, it is.
It is
It
a
is.
fire
And
hazard.
take a look at this. If this is what the cause of the
It's a
fire is, so
hazard, 'cause
yes, it is. It is.
I'm a friend of firefighters. I used to be on the board of Nelson, and I know that.
All right.
Help 'em out.
You know you're a very popular person when you pass away, and your visitation, your public memorial, is going to take place at the Rhode Island Convention Center.
Wow.
Judge Frank Caprio,
I'm sure.
the judge from Court and Providence, that's where his visitation is.
Yeah, that's
We
not,
get there is no funeral home that can handle the
Yeah,
crowd, the
yeah.
expected crowd that is coming
Yeah.
to this thing. So
I'm
they,
not surprised.
I'm not surprised either.
He was very loved.
Yeah, and so that's going to be Thursday if you want to go. I don't have any times, but it's going to be held Thursday at the convention center. His funeral will be this Friday at the Cathedral St. Paul and Peter in Providence. But downtown Providence is going to be busy on Thursday at the convention center. So just something to be something to be aware
Rest
of.
in
that,
peace.
yeah.
He was a very well-loved man.
Very well loved man. Yep. Let's see. Let's see. There's something else I want to go on. Just a very bizarre story. This is out of Weymouth, Massachusetts. They found a body of a man inside a car at South Shore Hospital. Just in the car, in the parking lot.
Somebody left him there.
Someone left him there.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, then no one knew who he was. So, but now it's been determined. It was a 27-year-old man. His name is Declan Perry, and he's from Portland, Maine. Which begs the question, how in the world did you get down here?
Yeah.
Perry's body was discovered inside of a car, wrapped in multiple blankets, which means someone has done this. He didn't do this. Outside the hospital Saturday afternoon. Now, the body's gone on to the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. They're doing an autopsy. So far, no arrest in the case, no cause of death yet. But it's just a very. The Weymouth police have got a very bizarre case on their hands of how in the world did this happen? What happened to him? Who left them there? And does the hospital have cameras pointing on their parking lot?
Yeah.
And can we see them and see
Car
what's going
didn't
on?
drive itself there.
The car didn't drive itself there. You're right. So
So you must have a theory.
it's not suicide. So far, that's my theory. That it's not suicide. Yes, someone else has done this. How, I don't know, because
Well, we'll find out.
shot, stabbed,
Yeah.
hit with a hammer. I don't know. So it's too early. But I am interested to find out how
Yeah.
in the world this
Yeah.
person died and how they got from, maybe they were down here on vacation,
Yeah.
down in the South Shore. I don't know. And just something went wrong, and we're like, you can't do that. All right. Police around the area, I would say all over New England. This is good for around the country, and it's really for the parents. And this has become a thing because of the internet now. Let's take pictures of little Jill and little Johnny on their first day of school
Yes.
and post it online so everybody can see what little Johnny and little Jill look like on their very first day of school. But people give out too much information, Ed, and that's the issue.
Yep.
Here's their full name. Here's the school they're going to.
Right.
I was like, what are you thinking? Here's what grade they're in. Yikes. People, please.
Stop.
Stop. Well, if you want to take pictures, okay, that's fine.
Well, we
There's no
always
need to
did-
post it.
We've always done first day of school pictures. For as long as I can remember,
Really?
people have done that, but you keep them in an album.
Well, that's it.
You know, and
And that's what they say. That's what they say now. Such information should not be included in public pictures about names and teachers' names too, school names, and it should just be kept as a memory. Let's put it in
an
a
album.
photo album,
Yeah, photo
or
album.
just shared with the family only. Take out your phone and show it to the family people. Here,
Or-
take a look at this.
yeah,
Take a look at this.
yeah.
But don't
Yeah.
post it with all that
Post it.
pertinent information. Oh gosh, just but people will do it. And,
They do it. My daughter posts too many pictures.
You think
she's
so?
She's a grown-up, but
Yeah, of
but-
herself or.
No,
Of
of
the
of
her
events.
kids,
events,
okay.
You know. And
Do you think there's too much information?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. They say you gotta look out for like if it's like a sports that they're in, their jersey will say
Well, yes.
what town they're from
Yeah.
and what league they're in, and
Because I remember, like when my own grandkids were first going off to school, she was so careful. Like backpacks don't put their name on it because
yeah.
somebody could say, "Come on over, so
Yeah.
and so." So she paid such a close attention to that.
I must have grew up in a different household.
Yeah.
We didn't take pictures at all on first day of school.
No.
Maybe because there were too many kids.
Yeah.
My mother was kicking us out. Get going. The bus is coming. there's no time for pictures.
Everybody going, "Yay! Yay for me!
We're
They're
not-
off to school."
Yeah, we're not taking pictures. Yeah, that never happens. So guess what? I never did it with my kids. So
No.
see you later. Have a. I think maybe I dropped them off on the first day of school.
Oh,
okay.
there
After
you
that, you take the bus. Because
There you
in
go.
Mass, this is against the law in Rhode Island. I found this out when I asked a mayor. This is against the law in Rhode Island, but in Mass you can't. Charging kids to ride this bus to public school is against the law in the state of Rhode Island.
Yeah,
In Mass, and the rule was if you're over, got to get this right, if you're over 2 miles away from the school and in elementary school, the bus was free. Once you got to middle school and high school, if you wanted to take the bus, you had to pay. I mean, when it was $180, it's $1 a day. Well, 50 cents a ride. I mean, it really wasn't a large amount of money. But I showed them I didn't pay it. I dropped my kids off at school.
You paid for sports too in Massachusetts.
You have to pay for sports in Massachusetts, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember when my grandkids
Oh,
went
yeah.
to that, it was getting quite, two kids is twice as much.
Yeah, especially if you have kids that are in the they're
And different
same
sports.
different, but no, same sport but different grades.
Oh, okay.
And so it was like, hey, this is getting expensive because it would be like $400 per kid.
Yeah, right.
Well, now you're gonna come up with $800. What if there's a third kid? Well, we cap it at $800. Well, that's nice of you. But yeah, that's a Massachusetts thing too. And Ed, the Orange Line in Mass.
Yeah.
They can now go 55 miles per hour. How exciting is this?
Yeah.
Officials said trains can now reach 55 miles per hour between the stations of Oak Grove in Malden and Assembly in Somerville. Although the tracks were designed for trains to go that fast, speeds were lowered as infrastructure declined. Remember they had the really small rails? That was the real issue. Anyway, between trains, before trains could only go up to 40 miles per hour on the Orange Line, now they can go 55, but only between Oak Grove and Assembly. And I never wrote, when I ride the Orange Line, and I do ride the Orange Line occasionally if I go to a Bruins game, I don't go that as far as Oak Grove. I have to get off at South Station, North Station. That's where the Bruins play. All right, break time here. Once again on the Coffee and program, but more coming your way. Stick around.
ON 1240.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ON, AM, and FM.
Alrighty, Coffee in here on ON Radio. So yesterday, we Leslie Page, who works at the Woonsocket Harris Public Library, usually comes in on Mondays and gives a little report. But she was on vacation, so we didn't have her yesterday. So, but she came in and recorded something for us. So we just got. Wait a minute. I want to get this over here. Got to get it to the right. Because I want to play it for us. Because we usually do this on Monday. We didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, so I want to do it today. So make sure I get everything where I need it to be. So let's hear from Leslie Page and her At the Library report.
Good morning. Our summer hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are closed on Saturdays through Labor Day weekend. We will be closed on Monday, September 1st for Labor Day. We offer self-service photocopying and faxing. Our reference department provides notary services free of charge on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. and from 2 to 4 and 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. and Tuesday and Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. and 2 to 4 p.m. This week, the Children's Department is offering Sensory Exploration Fun today at 10 a.m. and on Wednesday, August 27th, also at 10 a.m. For more information on all children's programs, please call 767-4122. This week, the Teen Department is offering a tabletop role-playing game on Tuesday, August 26th at 3 p.m., Storytelling through theater on Thursday, August 28th at 3 p.m. And manga discussion group also on Thursday, August 28th at 3:30 p.m. For more information on all teen programs, please call 767-4132. The next Tech Tuesday will be held on Tuesday, September 9th at 2 p.m. Learn how to access ebooks and audiobooks on your mobile devices and/or learn email tips and tricks. Call 767-4124 to register. All of the latest information about programs, services we offer, and how to reach us can be found at our website, woonsocketlibrary.org, or on our Facebook page. If you have any questions or would like more information about anything I've mentioned today, please call us at 769-9044. And we look forward to seeing you at the library.
All right, Leslie, thank you very much. And, Linda, it's the dog days of summer. It's the dog days of summer.
But it doesn't feel like the dog days.
I know, but
of summer.
today is National Dog Day.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I might have to take her in the pool.
The
then.
day was created in 2004. It aims to raise awareness about the massive number of dogs that need adoption. It also serves to highlight the contributions service dogs make to keep people safe. So there you go. It's National Dog Day.
Well, as I said, I never met a dog I didn't like.
Oh, there you go. My wife and I we went to a store over the weekend, Bass Pro Shop, up in Foxborough.
Oh yeah.
You got nothing better to do.
No.
I said,
there's a lot of stuff there.
Oh, there's a lot of
Really
stuff.
yeah.
And I said, let's go to Bass Pro Shop. We're going to look at the fish.
Yeah.
Because there's an aquarium basically inside.
Yeah.
And we'll look at the stuffed animals and the turtles that were there too. But anyway, that's one of those stores where it's okay to bring your dogs
You can
in
bring,
and walk around. And another couple, and so my wife was actually petting a couple of dogs, and the other couple said, "Oh, do you guys have dogs?" We're like, "No, we don't." And the other wife said, "She needs a dog." Thanks a lot. All right, I'm working on it. Powerball's up to $815 million. No one won last night, just in case you were wondering. Starbucks pumpkin spice lattes have returned. It is that season again. And I told Ed ahead of time, doing a little grocery shopping over the weekend, pumpkin spiced Cheerios.
Cheerios?
Cheerios.
Oh, I didn't see
You
that.
can buy those now in the store if you like those things. I didn't hear about this, but this is pretty cool. A new women's pro baseball league wants to start in 2026, just next year.
Wow.
They're having open tryouts. Open tryouts were held last weekend in Washington, D.C. 600 athletes turned out.
Wow.
From 10 different countries to show off their skills. A big name at the tryouts was Manoe Davis, who rose to national fame in 2014 when she became the first girl in Little League World Series history to pitch a winning game. Oh, okay. So she's 10 years older now, so that makes her about 22 now.
The little girl that was the one that was in the Little League?
Yeah.
I remember watching her.
Yeah.
She was really good.
So that was 10, 11 years ago. So that makes her in her early 20s
really
now.
Good, yeah. So the league is baseball, not softball.
No, this is baseball. Yep. Okay. And a pair of 90-year-olds who played in the All-American Girls Pro Baseball League in the 1940s and 50s made appearances as ambassadors. And I knew this. There was a woman that played in the All-American Girls Baseball League that used to come to the Worcester Red Sox once a year. Came out there with her. She was walking with a cane, which was in the shape of a baseball bat. I said, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. She was the inspiration. If you've seen the movie, did you see the movie? League of Their Own?
Oh, yes, yeah. League
no,
of Their Own.
hasn't seen
Yes,
it. Okay.
I watch it several times.
The woman that comes to Worcester is the inspiration for Madonna's character.
Really?
All the way May.
Really?
Because that was her name.
Yeah.
But anyway, but she's always asked, do you think women should play Major League Baseball? And her answer was always no, because we cannot compete with the men. How can I?
That's why they had a league of their own.
That's right. How can I, at 5'5",
yeah,
and weigh 100 pounds or 120, compete against Aaron Judge, who's 6'8"?
Right. Yeah, but he should be playing basketball. But
anyway,
that's another.
But she said, but women should have their own league.
Right. Exactly.
She was a big advocate for that. So I didn't know it was moving forward.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Well, I think that's pretty cool. So we'll see if that takes off and goes anywhere. Yeah. So, all right, let's see. Not a good story for you here, Linda, because being the registered nurse and all. A nurse is accused of stealing narcotics from residents of a New York nursing home. And I'm sure this happens a lot more.
Sadly, it happens.
Yeah. New York State police say drugs went missing from the Livingston Hills nursing home last month. Upon further investigation, they arrested 56-year-old Edward Dwyer. Oh, it's a man. Wow. For taking possession of the medications and failing to distribute them to the patients. Wow.
Yeah.
He was charged last week with several counts, including 10 counts of endangering the welfare of an incompetent or physically disabled person. Sad story.
It is sad, and sadly it happens
I wonder if he's-
occasionally, not
Yep.
not as a...
I wonder if he's using it for himself or is he just selling?
Will you... You know, it's been my experience in my many years as a registered nurse. I did have a situation where I had an RN that was on the nighttime shift, 11 to 7, and she ran into issues of
Same
taking
thing?
some of the narcotics and you know...
For herself, or was she
for
selling?
herself, and so
Okay,
she had an
alright.
issue, and so she did not lose her license
No?
because, you know, it's a disease, she was addicted, and I got to... I was tasked the job of watching over her on the day shift.
Oh, what fun.
Yeah, and everything, you know, she did get herself cleaned up. She did she got sober, you know, she
Okay.
wasn't, and everything worked out okay.
Oh, well, good.
But it happens occasionally.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I remember being very upset, you know, that I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
but it worked out, and she was an excellent nurse.
Oh, well, good.
She was an excellent nurse, you know.
All right.
So it happens.
Ed, do you watch the show, The Shark Tank?
Occasionally.
About okay, do you know who Kevin O'Leary is on the
Sure
show?
do.
Oh, okay. I bring it up because there was an auction over the weekend. Those rare Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan basketball cards, they sold for almost $13 million.
Yep.
Kevin O'Leary bought them.
I know.
Okay. It was him and two others. They all got together, the three of them got together, let's pool our money to buy these cards.
Wow.
And that's what he did. He told CNBC he split the purchase with two fellow investors. The one-of-a-kind card surpassed the all-time record for any sports card sold at auction. It features NBA uniform logos and signatures from both Hall of Famers. O'Leary said it's no different than collecting watches and plans to add more cards to his portfolio in the future. I guess he thinks it's going to go up in price.
I guess so.
That's the only thing I can really think of why would you invest in this, is that it'll make you more money
Right.
later on when you
Well,
when you
those
want to sell
people
it.
that save those things, they buy them because
Yeah.
they are an investment.
Right.
They are.
Some are.
Yeah.
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 But you know, it's rare to come across one that's $13 million
Well,
worth.
that's
We were always, you know,
Wow.
kids growing up. We always wanted if we could snag a
Or your Mickey Mantle card.
if you could
Mickey
get a Mickey
Mantle,
Mantle card,
right, yeah.
if you could snag
Ted
a.
Williams.
We
Ted
wanted. We always
Williams,
wanted
yeah.
a Carl Yastrzemski.
Yeah.
And maybe we could
Well,
find.
I'm older than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find
yeah. It was Ted Williams, right?
a rookie card.
Yeah,
If
Mickey
you can find their
Mantle,
rookie cards,
yeah.
those are the ones that are big.
Yeah.
All right, Southwest Airlines. They're changing their policy, and so if you're a larger customer, larger customers cannot if you can't fit in the seat, you have to buy two, and that's just what they're doing. Large passengers who cannot be accommodated in a single plane seat will be required to purchase a second seat ahead of time and can then request a refund after the flight. Okay. Under the new policy, refunds can only be issued if both seats were in the same fare class. The refund request is made within 90 days. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense, does it? And the plane, I bought this seat up here and I bought another seat back there. How do I use both?
That's going to
I'll
help
take
me
one in
fit
business class and I'll take one in the back row.
Yeah.
That's going to help me because I'm too big to fit
Yeah.
in the seat. I don't think so.
You have to make the request within 90 days, and the plane would have taken off with at least one extra open seat. This is bizarre. The changes are part of Southwest's broader shift to assigned seating, which will take effect. I thought it was taking effect sooner, not until January of next year. Then why were they running those ads last
Because
month?
they already, they're already out there. Yeah.
But this says
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this is the one
that
for the
part
plus size
of it.
passengers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that part
Part
of
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
About buying two seats
Okay.
may take
Yeah.
effect in January.
So now, if you for assigned seats on Southwest, that's in effect now.
I think so.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm not sure.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But okay.
That's your
but that-
favorite airline, not mine.
Well, only because they go where I'm going, which is an important thing. Eventually, no, that's not true. But I like it. I liked it with the open seating, because I may have told you this before. I think I know how people think, and I've seen this happen because people rush to the front of the plane. Ed likes to sit in the front of the plane because you like to get off the plane early.
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand that. I'm such the opposite. I'm in the back of the plane, and hoping nobody comes back there, so I have the row to myself.
Yeah.
Or maybe one other person, and there's a seat empty between us.
In the middle, yeah.
That's what that's my goal. That's what I really want. And it's worked out a few times with on Southwest doing this, where I've had the row to myself, where it's just one other person. It's far more comfortable. I'm not looking at the crazy people up front who are trying to jockey for overhead bin space, because I have my own bin, basically.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. And I've actually said to flight attendants, who'll get on the PA and say, "Oh, there's plenty of rooms here in the back of the plane." I'm like, "Shh,
don't tell.
keep it down, keep it down.
Don't share that information."
They think it's funny. Yeah. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Always appreciated. Ed, thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure.
All right, Linda, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great day. We'll talk again at 2. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do your members coming up after the 9 o'clock news.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Cast.